Beauty was being thin. They didn't have very many plus size clothes that I was aware of. So you had to be thin.
You definitely sometimes threw the pressure on me about
I did.
needing to lose weight. In honor of Mother's Day, I am here with my mother and we are talking fashion today. So Mom, I just want to talk a little bit about what you were like when you were my age with fashion. And you can go a little bit before my age because I'm 40 now.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember you with fashion back when you were my age, but tell me a little bit about your style and how it's evolved.
Well, back prior to having you, I was in retail management and clothing. So fashion was a big thing for me, big part of my life. I bought a lot of clothes. Back then, shoes matched your outfit, your purse matched your outfit. So if I was wearing a teal color dress, I would have teal color shoes. The clothes were very different then. Suits were big with a skirt and a blazer top. They were real big. Polyester pants.
I remember you having these big belts. Like you used to wear really big belts.
Really big belts. I love them.
I'm obsessed with belts now. I belt almost all of my dresses, and I'm wondering if like some of that came from you. Because as a little girl, I used to watch my mom get dressed.
Yeah.
I would watch my mom get dressed in the morning for work, and I would always watch her put on like the nicest outfits. And in fact, I'm gonna bring up my mom, my grandmother, who's no longer with us. She used to wear like the flashiest clothes, and she would have on like stiletto heels.
Yes.
She called them spikes.
She called them spikes.
And she would wear like rhinestones, embellishments, and all of that. So I grew up seeing that, and then seeing my mom.
I remember she was probably like 72 or 3, and she wore fishnet stockings.
So Mom, I know that you grew up during a time when there was a lot of pressure to be thin. I mean,
Absolutely.
To be fair, so did I. But I think it was a little bit worse for you back then. Can you talk a little bit about what it was like? How did you define beauty when you were younger?
Beauty was being thin. They didn't have very many plus size clothes that I was aware of. So you had to be thin.
But did you think that to be beautiful, you had to be thin?
Yes, absolutely. I thought I had to be thin when I was in college. I felt like I had to be thin. I felt like I was a little larger than some other women.
Did you think that you were beautiful?
No, I didn't.
Why?
And now I look back, I should have.
Why didn't you think you were beautiful back then?
Because my hair was frizzy. I had very frizzy hair. It wasn't straight. Straight hair was a big thing. I was curvy. And most of my friends and most of the people I knew were not.
So I want everyone to know, like, my mother's always been absolutely gorgeous, but growing up, I've always seen my mother not like how she looks. And those of you who know me and know the content that I create, you know that I'm a big proponent on loving yourself, because that is within. That's inside of you. And no matter how you look, it doesn't matter if you're the skinniest person, the biggest person, being able to be confident in who you are and think that you're beautiful is inside of you. And that's something that I've been working on.
That's true.
With you. And let's talk a little bit about your experience, about how your definition of beauty changed back specifically in 2019.
Yes, absolutely. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. In 2019, 2020, I had a unilateral mastectomy that changed everything for me.
I distinctly remember my mom having a really tough time dealing with looking different because she no longer had the same chest that she grew up having, and having to relearn how to dress and having to learn to love who she was. And we worked really hard together.
We did.
On defining beauty, and that beauty is not your breasts, beauty is not your hair, beauty is not all of that.
That's true.
And so I've actually worked very closely with my mom in helping her realize that she's so beautiful, and the fact that she is here with us when many people don't have that opportunity and don't get to survive cancer, that was huge.
True, absolutely. She's helped me with my self-esteem. For a long time, I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror because of the way my chest looked. It was very difficult for me, but Jennifer has helped me along the way, and I greatly appreciate it.
As your daughter, I hope that you look at me and you realize that even though you have times when you're insecure and you don't love yourself, you still have to realize that you created me. And you built a woman who is extremely confident and strong and self-assured. And that means something.
Absolutely.
I mean, for you to be able to help me find beauty within me, I mean, like, it's hard. And, you know, especially me growing up in the time that I grew up in, you know, it wasn't always easy. You definitely sometimes threw the pressure on me about
I did.
needing to lose weight. But I think you've realized as time has gone on and you've realized society and the pressures and everything, I can see your mindset shifting.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes,
realizing
100%.
that you could be, like I said, it doesn't matter how you look, your body, any of that. People who are perfect and look amazing and beautiful still don't like themselves. And people like me who are not perfect love themselves. And it's all a mindset shift. So I would want you to see how beautiful you are.
Well, thank you.
And
I see how beautiful you are, and it comes from inside. It's not just the outside, it comes from inside. And she exudes beauty, and anybody that's around her feels that. And she makes other people feel really and wonderful. And my wish for her is that she continue on this journey, making people feel very good about themselves and to have self-esteem. She's still continuing to help me, even though I'm a lot older. You're never too old to learn.
love you, Mom.
Love you too.